What if I told you that one of Africa's most mysterious creatures is vanishing not from poaching or hunting, but from something far more silent and systematic? Picture this. Deep in the African night, a shadow moves through the undergrowth. It's not a leopard, not a hyena. It's the African civet, a cat-like creature with the mask of a raccoon and the walk of a bear. For centuries, this solitary animal has played a vital role in the ecosystem, spreading seeds, controlling insects, and moving like a ghost through the forest. But today, that ghost is fading. Not because it's being hunted, but because its home is being erased tree by tree. The African civet is one of deforestation's quietest victims, and its story reveals a crisis unfolding out of sight, but with consequences that ripple across the entire continent. To understand what's happening to the civet, we first need to understand what makes this animal so unique and so vulnerable. The African civet isn't your typical predator. It's an omnivore, feeding on everything from fruits and berries to small animals and insects. It's also one of nature's most effective gardeners. By eating fruit and traveling long distances, the civet spreads seeds far and wide, helping forests regenerate naturally. It's a keystone species. Remove it and the whole system begins to wobble. But the civet is a creature of habit. It relies on dense forests for shelter, safety, and food. It needs cover to hide from larger predators, trees to mark its territory, and a variety of plants to sustain its diverse diet. And that's where the trouble begins. Over the last few decades, Africa has lost millions of hectares of forest. From the Congo Basin to the woodlands of East Africa, trees are falling to make way for agriculture, logging, and urban expansion. For animals like elephants or gorillas, the impact is visible. They're pushed into smaller areas, often coming into conflict with people. But for the civet, the impact is subtler and in some ways more dangerous. Let's break down exactly how deforestation is dismantling the civet's world. First, habitat fragmentation. When forests are cut down, what's left are isolated patches of trees separated by open land. For a civet, crossing these open areas is incredibly risky. It's exposed to predators, vehicles, and people. Many civets simply won't attempt the journey. That means populations become cut off from one another, leading to inbreeding and a loss of genetic diversity. Over time, these isolated groups grow weaker, more susceptible to disease, and less able to adapt to change. Second, food scarcity. Civets depend on a wide range of food sources throughout the year. When forests are cleared, that variety disappears. Fruit-bearing trees are replaced by monoculture crops. Insects and small animals vanish with the undergrowth. Civets are forced to venture into farms and villages in search of food, where they're often seen as pests and treated as such. But it's not just about hunger. When civets can't find the right foods, their health declines. Females struggle to raise young. The entire population begins to shrink. Third, increased human conflict. As civets move closer to human settlements, they face new dangers. They're hit by cars on roads that cut through former forest. They're caught in traps meant for other animals. Some are killed out of fear or misunderstanding. In parts of West Africa, civets are also hunted for their musk, which is used in perfumes, a practice that becomes more common when their forest refuges disappear. But here's what makes the civet situation especially alarming. Unlike more charismatic species, it's largely flying under the radar. There are no major conservation programs focused solely on saving the African civet. Its decline is quiet, gradual, and mostly unnoticed, until one day it's gone. And when it goes, it takes a piece of the forest with it. Remember those seeds it spreads? Without civets, certain trees stop regenerating. That affects other animals that depend on those trees for food or shelter. Insects that the civet controls may surge in number, disrupting the balance of the ecosystem. The civet's disappearance sets off a chain reaction, one that we're only beginning to understand. So, is there hope? Surprisingly, yes. In regions where forest corridors have been preserved or restored, civet populations have shown resilience. Community-led conservation efforts, like teaching farmers to coexist with wildlife and protecting patches of forest between fields, have made a difference. By recognizing the civet's role as an ecosystem engineer, we can design conservation strategies that don't just save one species, but help heal entire landscapes. The story of the African civet is a reminder that extinction isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the slow fading of a shadow in the night, but it's also proof that every creature, no matter how overlooked, holds a thread in the web of life. When we pull one thread, the whole web trembles. Which little-known animal affected by deforestation do you think deserves more attention? Share your choice in the comments. We might feature it in a future video.